Hey folks, it's Wednesday, the 9th of November. Hello and greetings, and here's to you. Thanks for keeping it decent yesterday. Only had to block one bot. The comments looked to me like, this is a bot. This isn't a real person. If it is, they're in a real sad shape. So regardless of the ongoing malaise with the political landscape, whoever is in, red or blue or whatever, my basic daily life doesn't change. Hopefully not for the foreseeable future. I'll be able to live and breathe and buy groceries and do my thing regardless of who's in office. Hopefully. That's the whole concern. Anyway, hello everyone. Hello family. Yeah, I'm paying attention to you folks who are talking to me on a regular basis. I'm still, kind of checking your energy out, if you know what I'm saying, since I've never met some of you. So, my glasses are cracked. I am hard on stuff, it's just, it's the way that I move, it's the way that I do things, and it's just the way that I am. I have another pair, of course, so. I did not stay glued to the TV yesterday because it was too angst-ridden following the primaries. So, I don't have a date yet, projected date for my next album for next year, but I'm slowly working on it. I am. And Dave, the track that you're on, when it's done, I will send you a mix, but it's actually not done. It's kind of on the back burner. I have a suite of 5 pieces that have really been strong for me to work on and to listen to. It's like a loop of energy. These pieces of music really charge me up. I'm at the point where they're pretty much done. I've added things and it's like, okay, now it's time to trim. Not everything I've added is going to stay, and that's where that's at, okay? I'll show some records, though. I played a little bit of music yesterday. My choices weren't anything groundbreaking. I played this because I hadn't in a while. Someone sent this to me. I think Anthony did. Nektar live at the Roundhouse. Live at the Roundhouse. It's a limited edition purple vinyl, number 490 of 500. This recording quality is fair. It might be a board recording, it might not be, but the EQ is really flat. There's no bottom end, which I always find very disheartening in listening. You gotta have that bottom end. I was looking to see if I still had a Delphonics album, and I don't. And I said, oh, I remember now. The one that I had was damaged, so I was wanting to hear more Delphonics yesterday, but instead, the next thing close, in the D's, I ended up pulling and playing another album by the Italian progressive rock band, Delirium, Dolce, Acqua. And I like these guys. I love it with the flute, which is reminiscent of Peter Gabriel. I love this triple fold-out, trippy cover. Can you see it? Am I getting it? Isn't that cool? I just love this stuff. The grandness, the grand presentation of it all. But this was good, and it has that essence of Peter Gabriel era Genesis in it, but they don't sound like Genesis. but you know what I'm saying when you hear this. This is and the singer, I can hear in his voice how he was a popular singer in Italy. He's got a really macho kind of husky voice. I can see where he probably had hits, or maybe had hits. I've been kind of on a rediscovery of how much I love the band Wigwam. They are one of my favorite bands. So this got played all the way through. Nuclear Nightclub, Wigwam from 1975. This was at a time when it appeared that they might be breaking through on a larger scale as far as notoriety. It didn't quite happen, but the records were good enough for it. And on here, Bless Your Lucky Stars, what a great track. I love that cover too. Wigwam. That's what I played yesterday. Oh, I did play a CD. Mark Dresser, bass player, known in circles of jazz as well as the avant-garde. This is on John Zorn's label. This is called Banquet. To my ears, this is pretty much modern classical. It does break down into a beautiful bass solo by Dresser, which in and of itself, the solo is very jazzy. But his writing, mostly it's like string ensembles on here. And I found myself, I fell into this and listened to the whole thing. And it was beautiful. Not beautiful, but loving, and not hackneyed. It doesn't sound like he's trying to sound like somebody. It was really good, okay? So, I did have fun last week sharing singles. So, I've pulled a box. I did not look to see what's in this box. So, once again, we'll see. I might have shown these already. Okay, so we've got a lot of hits here. What do I want to show here? Okay, that needs to be thrown away. I do need some paper sleeves for some of these singles. Okay, so we have a bunch of old hits here. Let me find something that's kind of interesting to start with. Well, here's one. It's kind of beat, so I don't play it too much. But Bobby McFerrin doing Moon Dance. Yeah, Van Morrison's Moon Dance. I like it better. I have a bit of an attitude about Van Morrison, I do. And certain artists, we're like that. I don't know that this was a hit, but I have this single by Patrice Rushen, the keyboardist, done a lot of jazz. Haven't you heard? Forget Me Not was her big hit. I don't have that, I don't think. And here's something that I'm not sure how I ended up with it, but I have a Sammy Davis Jr. single. As long as she needs me. I can hear it in my head. Okay. Here is some would call it a guilty pleasure. I disagree. I love this man's music dearly. Gordon Lightfoot with Carefree Highway and Seven Island Suite. Gordon Lightfoot sounds good to me anytime. He really does. His writing, his guitar playing, his arrangements. Love it. Okay. Okay. I actually have this is it. This is the only Eagles that you'll find in my house. This is old beat up Tequila Sunrise by the Eagles. Okay. I didn't grab any of the new wave singles, just some old stuff. So let me just see what's in here. Okay. I have shown some of these. But here's one I was wanting to come across. Remember when this was on the radio? They're coming to take me away, ha ha. Napoleon the 14th. Remember that, Stephanie? When this came out, it was intriguing and it was also scary.
Remember when you ran away and I got on my knees and begged you not to leave because I go berserk? Well...
Isn't that crazy? That was a big radio hit. And then the B-side is just the song Turned Around, backwards. Chaka Khan, Life is a Dance. You know you got to have some Chaka Khan in the house. Got to have some Chaka in the house. Okay. Undeniably fantastic songs, and I did see them live in concert. Seals and Crofts, Diamond Girl. How about another one? Hummingbird. Beautiful songs. It was interesting to me how at the end of their concert they wanted to talk and try to recruit people into the Baha'i faith. I wasn't into that, but I listened to them. Summer Breeze. You know it's a great song. It truly is. And here's a Alice Cooper single. You and Me. So yeah, this is out of a box that was trying to be a Warner Brothers box, and then it got somewhat mixed up, but mostly it's mostly that stuff, okay? Staple Singers with Chicka Boom. Chicka Boom, Mavis Staples, undeniable great voice. And What's on Your Mind? Remember that big hit for the Information Society? I want to know. Okay, we'll take look a little further here, see what we got. Okay. Here's a beautiful song that was Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis basically reusing a musical theme twice and got 2 hits out of it, and it's the same music. Tender Love, Force MDs, just like Ben noticed Focus using Petula Clark. These guys used the same music melody for Human League's Human. You ever notice that? It's the same piano figure. Beautiful song, Tender Love, Force MDs. Yeah, we got some. Now we're into the Warner Brothers section. You've Got a Friend, James Taylor. These great songs. These are great songs, okay? Great songs. George Benson on Broadway. Yeah, I like to collect more obscure albums, but I know what I like. I love good music, and I got it. This is Beat to Hell, but I got this Masquerade, George Benson. Great guitarist. You cannot fade him. Okay. Yeah, this is a Warner Brothers section. Tower of Power, You're Still a Young Man. If you didn't know, I talked to Ronnie Beck, who was the drummer for Tower of Power for a few years when the original drummer, Dave Garibaldi, stepped out and then came back. Okay. Chris Farlow, who was in Atomic Rooster as well as Coliseum. And way before that, he was having hits in England. Here's his version of Painted Black by the Stones. Promo, Chris Farlow. Sarah Dash from La Belle. I don't think this ever made it. Come and Take This Candy from Your Baby. Interesting though, it's on the Kirshner label. Don Kirshner, who brought us the Archies and a whole lot of other bubblegum. And then Kansas, as you know, had their hits on that label. McFadden and Whitehead, Ain't No Stopping Us Now. Y'all know this one, right? Isn't this disco? Let me pop this on right quick. Okay. And I don't want to get blocked, so I just play a few seconds, okay? Can't quite remember this one. That's pure disco right away, right? Sometimes this sound is kind of comforting. That's enough. That might be enough to spark a copyright. But sometimes those old sounds, even that disco-y, it's kind of comforting. Great song, and I got to see her play live, and she was killer. Phoebe Snow, Poetry Man. Johnny Tillotson from the late 50s, early 60s. She gave Sweet Love to Me, backed by It Keeps Right On Hurtin'. I don't remember this record. Remember this big hit. Starbuck. Moonlight Feels Right. Big hit. Huge hit. And here, okay, and here's some cool ones. Ramsey Lewis Trio, Here It Is. Back when Maurice White was his drummer. Another big disco hit. A Fifth of Beethoven. Walter Murphy and the Big Apple Band. And here's something that I came across. Astronauts and Bust Out by the Busters. And I haven't come across my Motown box. I've got a big Motown box, but here's one that's got out. You Keep Running Away, Four Tops. This is actually in pretty decent shape, actually, so let me do it like that. Another one on the USA label by the Elders. Theme for Adults Only and Music for Everyone Else. Midwest label. I said it was out of Chicago, but maybe not Chicago. I think it's a Chicago label. This is beat, but I hang on to it because it's like I found it in a Goodwill, but it's kind of cool. The bonus record for The Wild Sounds of New Music. This is hardly playable, but I keep it because look what's on it. Terry Riley. Lazare Bechet, Harry Parch, Steve Reich, Luciano Berio, and Conlon Nancaro. That's just cool just to have, even though it barely plays anymore. Local record label, Pacific Avenue. First record, actual music studio I'd ever been in. This is one of their releases. Joe Matthews, Waiting for Another Dawn. And this is the same label that very collectible LA Carnival single is on, which I do have. LA Carnival. So, Isley Brothers, I Want to Be With You. OJ's, Sing a Happy Song. How about this? Who remembers this? By the Vibrations, Misty, their version of Misty. I always like that label and that color, okay? This one I was hoping would be psychedelic rock when I found it, but it's not. The Pastel 6, The Cinnamon Cinder. Same with this. Just looking for interesting old singles. Love by Crazy Horse. No, I don't think this is the Crazy Horse. Neil Young's Crazy Horse, I don't think it's that band. But again, a subsidiary of London Records, but MOC. I wonder what that was about. So that's about it for the Silver Shoes by Wishbone Ash. Here, how about one more? Promo by Wishbone Ash. And I'll stop there. So, whatever the day, evening brings for you, I hope it's good. Take care, people.